Here's Rose now. Has Chevalier stayed on side? I think he has. Chevalier has stayed on side. He's got El Bashir square. He's found him. El Bashir makes it 2-0. Hey, what's up everyone? Journeyman here, and welcome back to the Shrimps. Today is episode 15, and it could be the biggest episode of the series so far. If we win all our games today, we will be automatically promoted, or essentially automatically promoted into League One next season. First of all, we take on Northampton Town away from home, but as always, we're going to do a quick player analysis. So, today, the player of focus will be Mr. Thomas O'Donnell. Now, Thomas O'Donnell, he is just essentially kind of a rotation player for the side. He's a very good player going forward, though. And he's 17 years old. He was one of the first signings, I believe, we had for the youth team. Let's take a quick look at his stats for the season. Now, he's got himself a couple goals. As you can see, 3 goals, 2 assists, average rating of 6.60. But what I like about him is the high attacking work rate. He gets forward very quickly. And when playing a lone striker, especially when a striker isn't really a striker, we need players to get up in support. And Tom O'Donnell and Marcus Rose, to be fair, do that job very, very well. His main attributes, by the way, are pace and dribbling. Everything else is, well, it's kind of atrocious. 28 defending. He's a 28 overall rated defender. That's not very good. And his growth really has been kind of stunted. As you can see, interceptions only going up in the mental department there are +2 on the campaign. Technically, though, he has got a lot better. Ball control is now +7 on the campaign, 82 overall. Finishing has got better too at +4. Standing tackle's got a little bit better. So he is working on this defending despite being so atrocious at it. He is still working on it. Basically, he's like a really poor man's version of Paul Scholes. Alright, so here we go into the game against Northampton Town away from home. Let's take a look at the league table though before we start today's game. As I mentioned, we are 6 points clear now of Lincoln City in 4th place. If we win all our games today, all 3 games, then we're essentially promoted into League One. But first of all, we're taking Northampton. They are comfortably mid-table. As you can see, 13 wins, 14 draws, 14 defeats for the Cobblers. And we got a full-strength team today. So let's start quickly, get a couple of goals in, and then sit back, relax, and rest some players because we're going to have tougher games coming up in the upcoming weeks. Alright, so here we go at Sixfield Stadium up against Northampton Town. Used to be my local team, by the way, when I lived in England. But I have a small affiliation for the club, but naturally that's put aside today. Alright, here's Callum Cooper now, streaking forward. He's got El Bashir on the right. It's overhit a little bit, Bashir as well to keep it in though. He's got Harvey Rose to aim at. That's not a bad ball. The keeper's a little bit flustered there, and he makes a somewhat of a punch clear. Here's a chance for Northampton Town again. Got a bit of skill at the edge of the area. That's a great challenge there for Captain America there, Josh Michaels. Now Chevalier is galloping through the middle. Now he's got tons of pace. Chevalier is going to go one-on-one with the keeper here. Great chance to make it 1-0 for the Shrimps. Chevalier finds the back of the net, and he's going to send the Morecambe away fans wild. Never in doubt there. Cool as a cucumber. The King of France, Adrien Chevalier, gets back on the score sheet again. It's been a while actually since he's played well, so it's good to see him calmly place that underneath the keeper, and it's 1-0 to the Shrimps. Oh, great challenge there from Felix Richter. He's got Harvey Rose. He's found him beautifully. Now Chevalier has broke through his man again. He's pushed him wide. Chevalier is going to drive in the box though. He's got a couple to aim at. That's flicked off a defender, and a great save from the keeper. Fantastic save from their goalkeeper there. Alright, so let's see if we can score another set piece here. Here's Michaels is going to whip this ball in. There's Fernandez on the volley. Oh, and I think that hit El Bashir. No, it must have hit the goalkeeper on the way through. But what a volley there from Bleno Fernandez. Broke free of his man. And a greatly timed volley there. And a good save from their keeper. Another fantastic save here. If it wasn't for him, it could easily be 3-0. There's a ball on the box. Can't rise highest there. Now here's Coop, though, keeping the play alive. There's Chevalier. Trying to get onto his left peg, but ran straight into the Northampton defender. Here's Rose now. Has Chevalier stayed on side? I think he has. Chevalier has stayed on side. He's got El Bashir square. He's found him. El Bashir makes it 2-0. Adrien Chevalier just stayed on side, and he laid it on a play for El Bashir, and he's found the back of the net. So 2-0 here, and we're starting to run away at the game. Well, goal. Rose played it through beautifully. Chevalier Wonderfully timed ball and a great finish there from Bashir. Wasn't going to miss from there anyway, but good finish nevertheless. And it's 2-0. Here's Richter now. Bashir's going to make the run again forward, and he's going to get the El Bashir. Now he's got a couple more to aim at the box this time. He puts it in. There's Callum Cooper off the crossbar. There's Josh Michaels couldn't bring it down. Glorious opportunity to make it 3-0 just before the break. Here's another chance here. It's just been an attacking exercise for us today. That's a good looking ball. And there's Harvey Rose on hand to make it 3-0 just before the break. Great finish there from Harvey Rose. Instinctual finish there from the Englishman. And we are 3-0 up and absolutely cruising against a team I expected to give us a bit of a tough time today. Alright, halftime here. Obviously Northampton fans look a little bit dejected there, as you would expect. A poor first half from their team. Haven't really threatened us at all. So let's make a couple of changes in there. Why not? No harm in it right now. 3-0 up and absolutely cruising. So Mamiri's going to come on for the second half. As is Ethan Morgan. And we'll leave a third change just in case we get injuries or any players sent off. But here we go, second half. And 3-0 up, cruising. Just got to enjoy the second half now. Here's Cooper now. He's got the run of Mamiri, and he's found him. Mamiri has broken the offside trap. He's got Ethan Morgan getting in the box there. Looking for Ethan Morgan. Bashir's there. Great clearance, by the way, from the Northampton defender at the far post. Bashir was there, ready for the tap-in. Here's Felix Richter now. He's got Morgan going to his left, and he finds him beautifully. Ethan Morgan on his left foot. Not a stronger side, and a good save from the keeper at the near post. Not a good finish either, though. Alright, so set-piece situation here. Michael's going to whip this ball in. There's Conte Sal with a header. Oh, and a great save again from their goalkeeper. He has been absolutely spectacular today. And Alex Conte Sal almost gets his second goal, and the second one from a set-piece. Ball goes in this time. It's going to fall out to Conte Sal now on his more familiar right side. There's Cooper, though. He's got himself space in the box. Callum Cooper makes it 4-0. Fantastic drive from the edge of the area. And it is 4-0 to the Shrimps. Hey everyone, sorry about the interruption mid-game here, but unfortunately the audio issue reappeared in the middle of this recording, which is kind of unusual. It's not happened during a recording. It usually happens at the beginning of the recording, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. I use a kind of a voice software to help enhance my audio, and unfortunately I think the voice software is kind of crapping out on me, and not quite 100% sure why, because the software I use, which is, by the way, Voice Meter, if you haven't tried it out for yourself, it's a fantastic piece of software. I don't know why all of a sudden decided that it's going to give me problems, but it has. So for the rest of the episode, I'm just going to be talking you through the games and talking you through some of the highlights. So in this game, obviously, we went 4-0 up, and then we made it 5-0 with Ethan Morgan finding Callum Cooper on the pullback for a simple tap-in into an open net. Then Northampton got themselves a goal back here. Ball got whipped into the box, and the man arose at the far post and just placed it underneath Carlson. Carlson really had no chance. It was too close to Carlson to do anything about it. But Mamiri then scored on the counter-attack, straight from the kickoff, and made it 6-1. It was an absolute drubbing, and just happy to get the 3 points and then move on to the next game. Alright, on to the second piece of action. In between episodes, we managed to find a super stud wonder kid here in Hoyo, Kobayashi. A left midfielder, crossed by right midfielder, found by Frederick Olsen. Started off as a 65 overall, a wonderful potential talent, so I brought him straight into the side for the Accrington Stanley game. We didn't start very strongly here in this game. We actually went 1-0 down after about 8 minutes. A great header, beating Carlson at his near post. But we did respond pretty well, and Kobayashi's big moment came when he crossed the ball in beautifully to Ibrahim El Bashir, who with a thunderbolted of header, no doubt probably the header of the season, be honest with you, is absolutely amazing. Don't expect Ibrahim El Bashir to be able to do that. And then the rest of the game was kind of a slugfest, honestly. Neither team really carving out too many opportunities. We had a couple at the end to try and win it later on, but we just couldn't do enough to secure all 3 points, so we had to settle for a 1-1 draw. Alright, on the final game of the episode, the key game, you could say, if we got a victory here against Wycombe Wanderers, we'd be automatically promoted. So we started off pretty well here. We won a penalty there. Callum Cooper, the player, was actually sent off on that challenge as well, giving us a one-man advantage. Unfortunately, though, Captain America Josh Michaels managed to miss the penalty. But lucky enough, we didn't have to wait too long to get the opener there. Kobayashi once again showing his creative ability, getting to the byline, pulling it back to Felix Richter, who tapped it home to give us a 1-0 lead. So after that, the game got stretched a little bit, back and forth between the two sides, but lucky enough, we made it 2-0 here. Ethan Morgan stretching the opposition defence, getting through, and sliding it past the goalkeeper to make it 2-0, and pretty much secure a victory and promotion for the Shrimps. And after that, it was just a waiting game, and as the final whistle went off, obviously we were basically given automatic promotion into League One. No celebrations really forward on the field, which is kind of unusual. I'm surprised FIFA didn't throw in a couple of animations for it, but we'll be happy just to get the victory and obviously gain automatic promotion, which means in the next episode we'll be going for the title, just one victory away now from the securing the title, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that one. Sorry about the technical issues once again. I do apologize. It's really completely out of my control. I'm still working out why it's happening, but if you guys let me know in the comments below, what do you think it could be? Essentially what happens is the audio starts to lag. I'm not sure what's more, recording software or the voice meter software itself, but whatever the case is, it's frustrating. I do apologize for it. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode anyway. Smash a like if you did. If you didn't, I understand, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.